Hello, I'm Dr. Rosie Kuhn, and this series is called I Want to Be a Better Coach. And my focus and intention is to support and empower you as coaches, or maybe you're a therapist, maybe you're a sponsor, maybe you're a beautician, maybe you're a physician or a nurse. I want to support and empower you to be more effective in how you show up for yourself and for the people you serve. So again, no matter what profession you're in, even if you're not, even if as a mom or a teacher, anywhere you're in touch with other people and you really want to bring out the best in them and support and empower them to support and empower themselves, this may be a good place to start. All right, let me get started. My intention for today is to share with you the idea of vision statements and taglines. So generally speaking, every single one of us has a vision for what we want to see in the world. And that's the vision. So if you imagine what it is you really want to see in the world, more happiness, more playful, more peace, more connection, more money, more abundance, more prosperity, or maybe more anger or more hate. What is it you want to see in the world? That's your vision. What is it you want to see in the world? Regardless of your work, what is it you want to see in the world? Now, perhaps when you were doing any kinds of training, a vision statement was perhaps part of your practice. But I know for me, when I started training to be a coach, I had a sense of a vision, but it wasn't until probably 7 years later that I really got in touch with my vision, the vision I had for the world. So, and it was part of a training program I was in for women in leadership around the world. And we had to create a vision statement. We had to do it. It's like, oh God, I don't want to do this. But in the process of truly seeing what it is I want to see in the world, what showed up was I want to see the fulfillment of the human spirit in every individual on the planet. I want to see that sense of fulfillment and connection and engagement that's so, I believe, who we are in our truest sense, that fulfillment of the human spirit. So my vision is the fulfillment of the human spirit through the empower, and then so let's just stop there. That's my vision. The mission, in a sense, is a separate statement. My vision is, what am I seeing? I see my little kitty up here. I'm seeing that every individual on the planet is experiencing the fulfillment of their human spirit. I'll just leave that. In that place is the fullest expression of their essential self, their true self, their divine self, their expression as a creative being, as a being of light and love and connection, as a being of support and service, as a being. That's where most of us feel and experience ourselves, in that state of fulfillment of our human spirit. So when I got that, it was like the lights went on, and since then that was about 2008, I think. Everything I do and everything I focus on in terms of my work, but also personally, is in the fulfillment of the human spirit. Now, the other element of that is my mission statement. My mission statement and my tagline, one of my taglines is to empower people to empower themselves. So I support and empower people to support and empower themselves. So in a sense, my whole vision statement is, my vision is the fulfillment of the human spirit through the empowerment of every individual on the planet. So my mission is to support and empower people to empower themselves to this state of fulfillment. That's my work in the world. So how do I do that? What are the strategies or tactics? My mission is to do that through my books, my videos, my trainings, my coaching, my presence in the world. Those are my strategies in a sense. That's how I am delivering or implementing that empowering people to empower themselves to their fulfillment of their human spirit. So when you know what that is, then in a sense your life changes because you become clear about your values, your highest value, your highest vision in the world. It just helps. I'm just saying. And it's really worth the effort. Now I work with a lot of people, coaches and other people, startups or people who are starting a new business, and they go, where do I start? And how do I do this? And I go, well, what's your vision? What's the intention of what you're doing in the world? And quite often they go, I don't know, I just want to make money. But you can make money, and you've heard me say this before, you can make money in all kinds of ways. But what is it about this, a bakery or a coaching or a salon or, a nonprofit? What is it that you envision is going to occur because of your expression through whatever portal that is for you? And it really helps people substantiate the truth of their expression and what they're really wanting. In a sense, it ignites the passion within them. So that vision statement is really important because in igniting that passion, it is always, in a sense, forward. It's always in, like, every morning when I wake up, I know what my work is. My work is to bring about the fulfillment of the human spirit. And, a few years ago, my daughter said, Mom, you say that, but you're not doing that for yourself. And it's like, bada bing, bada boom. Thank you very much. So sometimes, sometimes our children say things that aren't necessarily politically, appropriate or what we really want to hear them say, but it really helped because it's like, and I said to her, that's true. I need to do that for myself. So our vision statement isn't just about our work or about our families or our employees, or it's about us too. So we really have to own, what is it I want to experience? And that's part of my intention as a coach is that fulfillment of the human spirit for me is present in almost, I will say, 99% of my coaching sessions and trainings. I experience that fulfillment of my human spirit, and I bring that to my clients so they can touch and tap into and feel that the truth of that fulfillment of their human spirit. And when they get ignited into that place, that can most likely initiate and inspire them and draw them towards what they need to practice and what they need to experience so that they come about, into that fulfillment for themselves. It's not about what I think they should do. It's about what's going to propel them or ignite them into their fulfillment and the fulfillment of their human spirit. So I highly encourage you to really work on that. Just ask yourself, what is it I want to see in the world? What is it I really want to see in the world? I want to see and experience that fulfillment of the human spirit. What's yours? So then the next piece we're always asked to do when we're training to be coaches or training to be whatever is, what's your tagline or your elevator speech, if you will? And I worked with a woman to help with my branding. This was a number of years ago. And she said, the way to get a tagline or to cultivate or develop a tagline is to look at, what is it you do? What is it you do? And so I have a couple of them, or three, I think, different taglines. I think I have four now. But those taglines is, what is it I do? So what I do is I empower people to empower themselves. I support and empower people to support and empower themselves. And that way they're becoming more they're generating their own momentum to bring about the fulfillment of their desire, their heart's desire. So I empower people to empower themselves. That's one of the taglines I have. And when I also working with this woman in branding, we were talking, and it's like, what I do is I cultivate enlightened living. Now, I do spiritual coaching and I do this psycho-spiritual integration of who we are in our human spirit. And so I'm really wanting people to cultivate this place of enlightened living, that they're making choices in their life, much like with the vision statement, making choices from this more enlightened state. And so that's something that I do is I cultivate enlightened living. And then another tagline with that was I cultivate enlightened leadership. So that's something else I do. And then the one that's been the most recent tagline, if you will, is I say, my job is to let you know that you know. Now that's more a little bit more like, but I know that you know, and I know my clients know, I know you have a knowing, a big K knowing of who you are, what you're about, what it is you want. You know when you're in integrity and alignment with your truth, generally speaking, and you know when you're not. So I know that you know. So my job is to let you know that I know that you know. So that's a tagline, if you will, but it describes what I do. And that's really, really important. So when you're looking at what you're doing, what you're wanting to bring to your clients, and again, whether you're a sponsor, a 12-step sponsor, a salon, you work at a salon, you work in a medical or health facility, wherever you're supporting people, you might be a bartender. You have an intention. And 99% of the time you say, well, it's just to make money, but okay, you're making money, but what else? What else is your intention in connecting or engaging with people? What is it you want for yourself in that? And what is it you want for others by connecting, engaging with you? I one of the things I do through my week is I volunteer at our local food co-op. And I am doing a particular job, which is provisioning. I put together people's grocery lists. They live on a different island, and so somebody has to put their grocery list together, and then it gets shipped on a ferry over to where they are. And so that's my job. I'm just provisioning, if you will. But what I want is I want to have fun. I want to have connection and engagement, and not in a strategic way. How do I control and manage and make it look like? But just that level of effortless presence and connection and playfulness. Playfulness is really important to me. And to know that then helps me define how I be in the world. In a sense, if I'm not being playful and authentic and whatever shows up, then I'm trying probably. I'm trying to control or manage or get you to see me in a different way. But when I can see, in a sense, what I'm here to do is be playful and connect and engage, then it helps me remember, especially if I'm having a struggle or there's one particular person who's I provision for, and she sometimes has like close to 100 items on her list, and it's like, oh my God, this is going to take me forever. And I get like, frustrated or whatever. It's like, it's not about that. That's what I do, but how am I going to be? What's my attitude? What's my presence? What's my connection? Can I be playful with this? Do I need to ask for some support or help? Do I need something that's going to make this more fun for me? So whether you're volunteering or you're looking at developing and becoming a better coach, all of these questions help you decide and choose how you want to be and what you're wanting to bring to your clients. So that, in a sense, that tagline says it all. I empower people to empower themselves, or I cultivate enlightened living, or my job is to let you know that I know that you know. And you go, oh, she knows. She knows I know. I can trust that. So, whatever that is, that's what I want you to discover and explore. Be curious for yourself. Be fascinated about what you are up to here in this human experience. And it could be a life purpose in a sense, like your life purpose isn't to be a coach or be a teacher or be a mom. those are ways that we work towards our life purpose. I think our life purpose is really experiencing directly who we are in our authentic, essential nature. And again, I like the idea that I'm playful and delight. I'm delightful. I delight in my own company, and I like to be, playful with other people. And I also like to let them know that I see them and get them and hear them. That's really important to me. So, what's important to you? Um, I think there's a third piece here. I wrote it down, but I don't know what it is. So I think that's probably enough. Again, I think I want to, what I actually want to say is, this isn't something you can necessarily develop in a couple of minutes or an hour. It might be some real discerning. And what we're looking at is what you might think is impossible, like cultivating enlightened living or the fulfillment of the human spirit through every individual on the planet. You go, oh, that's impossible. But our vision isn't about something we're going to do in this lifetime. It's how you see the world, let's say in 500 years, like in the future when you're not even here. It's the vision. Your vision is still, and it's fulfillment of that vision. You see people in the fulfillment of their human spirit. They're in that delight and creativity and, happy and love, all that stuff. So for you to notice like, oh, that's impossible, I can't do that. It's like, no, this is just about what you see in the future for the world. This is what you want: peace, connection, love, creativity, whatever those words are that are your words. Just bring that into fruition. If you have comments or questions, please leave them below. Let me know what you think about this, and let me know, you might have a vision statement already. Let us know what that is in the comments so that other people can see what you're up to and what you've discovered in terms of your vision, but also in terms of taglines that might be valuable for you and maybe spark some curiosity for other people. And of course, if you like this, if you found value, please like it. And if you want to share it with others, that would be awesome. Because the more that we generate a greater knowing, the better the world gets and the more fulfillment of our human spirit. All right. Blessings to you. Bye for now.